Yes, yes, yes. This is a special Hot Seat Podcast plus hot takes where we come in and give you guys our take on everything that is hot. I'm your boy Shawn Xavien alongside the storyteller and Earl. This is going to be a special edition of hot takes because typically this is one that's exclusive for all our Hot Seat Podcast plus subscribers. But what we're going to talk about today is so hot that we're just going to share with the masses as a one-time thing. Okay. And if you're watching this or if you're listening to this, you're not too late because you're here right now. You see what I did there? Um,
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
you know what's going down right now, man. It's been a month. I think it's a month ago. A surprise, actually, run back a little bit before that. So, a little over a month or so ago, um, the one Aubrey Drake Graham, known as Drake, dropped his last album for all the dogs
Mhm.
and had a feature on there with one other Jermaine Cole, and they did a song called First Person Shooter.
Mhm.
And of course, all those who listening to it, you probably could have foreshadowed what was going to happen. Not long after that, Metro Boomin and Future dropped their single off of their album "We Still Don't Trust You" with a song on there called "Like That" that had a surprise verse from one other than Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
And the standout line, we all know, "Nigga, fuck your big three. It's only big me." And that started a cascade of a back and forth. Since that time, we had Might Delete This Later, I guess you want to call it mixtape that came from J. Cole, who had the 7-minute, what was it called? 7-minute, shit, I forgot what it was, 7-minute drill, I think it was called, something like that. I forgot
Something
what
like
it's
that.
called now. Yeah. Came out and was going at Kendrick, and, within, a week or so, it removed it and apologized and shit. And Drake doubled down. And what we got right now is all out war in this joint in the hip hop arena, bro. And I will say this. It's been interesting to say the least. It's been interesting from a standpoint that this isn't something that was manufactured or just came up in the last couple of years. This goes back a decade, a little over a decade. So this is some deep-seated shit here. And it has gotten uncomfortable in some ways. It's got extremely personal. And we got people that are on all sides of this. So first, before we even get into the different thing, because this is not going to be a reaction thing like all this. We're not throwing nothing. Ain't nobody hollering. Ain't none of the other shit we're doing. But first of all, man, what is your surface level reaction to this beef, man? Whoever's up first, I don't care.
Surface level, I will say, first off, it's a beautiful time to be a hip hop listener. I've been fiending for something like this, something on some, let's get these lyrics out here and see who could do what. No matter who you're backing, it's just a beautiful time to be in hip hop and a listener of hip hop because, we used to have this all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
If you go back, it used to go on the block. Now you got to turn on YouTube and shit like that to go see a rap battle because you're not seeing it in the mainstream. The mainstream, it's kind of, not to get too far outside of what we're talking about, but it's kind of like the same way the world goes. Like sports in general, everybody, hugging and shaking hands and stuff. Nah, bro. Nah. we going at it. This is what it is. We can hang out during the summertime, during the off time, whatever it is. But you my opponent in that rap side, it's been a minute since I seen something like this that was serious in that sense. So I do appreciate that fact and that part of the art. and even with all the artists that are involved, as Drake would say, his 20v1. So,
Yeah.
What you think, Earl?
What you got? What you got, Earl?
Same thing. It's you have that like the essence of hip hop, the battle is back. With this new tier of artists, it's just exciting. Like I said, I still listen to old hip hop.
Right.
I haven't. I can't say I've been excited, about hip hop. I get excited when older cats come back.
Move your mic a little bit.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm glad I had to relocate.
You good?
I get excited when older cats, come back out.
Right.
But I do like Kendrick, and I do like Drake.
Right.
And things I could tolerate him in spurts. So this is exciting. What's frustrating is it's kind of like you fighting like a tug of war with the older hip hop generation and his newer hip hop generation, because they don't get it. But
right.
I had to stop getting upset with that, because I understand what they're basing it off of. They don't really have nothing, or what their measuring rod is not the same as our measuring rod. Like they didn't grow up on what we grew up on, so they don't understand what it's supposed to be. Like literally today, I was talking to Dave. I was like, every now and again when I got time, I'm like, I sit up here and get in a little debates with people online, and somebody said on there, Drake is winning because he's giving vibes and bars. And I said, what? And I respectfully said, I disagree. I said, when it's a battle, it's a diss. Anybody trying to get no vibes. Like, I just want to hear bars. Right. But this generation, they want to, like Kendrick said, they want pop ass in the club, which that's cool. That's cool. But when you're hearing a diss, the beat is gritty. It's not a beat for the club. It's a beat for, I'm ready. I'm going to listen to this because I'm ready to fuck you up. Or I'm going to listen to this shit because I'm about to get ready to go to the gym, or I'm at the gym. Like, it's one of them type beats. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it puts you in that type of mood. Not for me to go shake something at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. And two, I had to explain to her, and this is where she kind of said, you know what, you got a point. I said, when the artists make a diss record, even now, they're not saying, oh, you know what, this going to hit in the club. Even Drake don't say, oh no, this going to hit in the club. Drake is going to say, you know what, I need a beat that's going to accentuate what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? And the beat is just what elevates it. That's why I feel like sometimes, like even that second, well, we'll get into it, but even that second diss track, I don't know if it's the second one, but the 616 one, some people might have been a little bit off because they wasn't feeling the beat. But it ain't the beat. It's what he's saying. So that's my take.
I'll say from this is what I take from it. I know this is a hip hop battle, but what I'm taking from this is, and there's a line that Kendrick said in there. He said, I'm just not talking about me. I'm talking about the culture. Kendrick Lamar is one of the few younger rappers. I mean, he's youngish. He's 30 something, but he's young considering, that realm that they're in, that they still live and breathe the essence of hip hop. Kendrick, J. Cole, hell, shit, the people who people love to hate him, but Eminem. You got like Lupe Fiasco. You got cats like Vince Staples. You got like Corday. Guys like that. They have a certain, when you listen to their music, and it is the true essence of hip hop, which many will say that's that boring backpack rap, shit like that, stuff like that. And then there's the other side where it's more flashy and stuff like that. And while we're all entertained by the battle itself, And just from looking at this, from my opinion, I really think that Kendrick Lamar is trying to eliminate this motherfucker from the hip hop existence. Will he be successful? No. But really just eliminate him from that whole conversation and really just throw him into, hey, you a pop, or I don't even know if it's a genre that exists. It's called you a pop rapper or some shit like that, or hip hop pop, whatever you want to call it. But from everything we've gotten from the far, I think he's not even looking at it as a battle. I think initially going back to 2012 on that Control verse, which started all this shit apparently. And since then, Kendrick Lamar, from that point and the things that happened after it, took it as like, oh, you are a little bit too sensitive for this hip hop space. He said so much in the BET cipher. You too sensitive for this hip hop culture, and then it's just divulged to this. So at the end, the way it's been going, I think he's really trying to kick him up out of this hip hop space and like, nah, go do that shit for the club stuff and everything else there. I don't know if we want to do a track by track breakdown. We want to work back to the shit that's most scathing, or we want to lead up to it.
I mean, that's all up to you.
So,
because I got so many places to go.
Let's start on the tail end, right? So, to Earl's point, it was a battle, and for those who've never listened to battle rap, there are no rules to this.
That is correct.
There is nothing that is off limits. Nothing at all. If you go back and listen to
Ask Remy Ma, but go ahead.
There's nothing. You go back to some of the great back and forths, whether it was Jay-Z and Nas, whether it was Pac and Big, whether it was LL and I just think about it, LL and Cannabis. You're talking about goddamn shit. You go back further to Kumo D and Busy B or something like that. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I got so much shit in my head right now. There's no rules to this. Now, someone may lay off talking about your kids or your mom, something like that, because it's like a unspoken rule until you be the first to go, and then they be like, okay. So in this most recent trend, because Friday night, whatever night it was, Friday night, I went to bed after watching the basketball game that was on at the time, Dallas and the Clippers. Think nothing of it, and I didn't even finish that game. I just went to bed. Last thing I heard was Euphoria 616, all this yada yada. I wake up this morning to a text and say, "Hey, you up?" On top of a bunch of missed texts and notifications, and found that Drake had dropped Family Matters, and within less than an hour, Kendrick had dropped Meet the Grams. And everything I saw was about Meet the Grams because...
Sorry, y'all. My bad. I got some breaking news. He dropped another one.
Fuck. Which one?
They just say he just dropped another one.
Who you talking
about? Kendrick.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yep.
I believe it.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Coming into this, coming into this, we had just saw.
It's called Not Like Us. Just letting y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw the link a few moments ago, Earl, and I seen it earlier. It was like, hey, he got more stuff in the chamber.
Yeah, you saw what I sent, right?
Yeah, and I seen that earlier.
Yep.
What would you guys take, man, between Family Matters and Meet the Grams? How did that shit hit for you?
So hold on, because you can't say Family Matters and Meet the Grams. You got to say Euphoria, Family Matters, Meet the Grams, because that joint was all in one.
Yeah,
there was no time.
It was.
And the reason why I say it is Euphoria came out.
No. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh well, no, I meant 616 and
right.
Meet the Grams and shoot, you forgetting names of all these different joints. Well, let me do it in a big synopsis, right? So here's my take of the whole thing. I feel personally that Drake thought he had the upper hand. He's the quote unquote biggest star. Right. He even had his boy on his side touring, J. Cole.
Yeah.
And at the time, and was like, you know what? All right, we doing this, we doing that. I think he always had this chamber loaded, if you get what I mean. Right. Just in case, because it's been building up. And this is the crazy thing that I don't think Drake realized. Kendrick always had that whole thing loaded too. The thing is, he had a whole room filled with ammunition.
Everything.
And that was the difference.
Everything.
So if we're giving a whole synopsis, this is a chess game. That's the best way I could describe it. Yeah. And if anybody that plays chess and that's good at it, there's never really a point in time, even if you got more pieces on the board, that, hey, yeah, I won. Yeah. You don't know. Yeah. You don't know. And he was stringing them along the whole time. I mean, Kendrick to Drake. So I'm not here to sound biased in any type of way. And you can see the live reaction from Earl right now coming through on what he's listening to.
Because
I could just think of where it's going. But the reason why I'm saying this is when you get down to this whole thing, first off, you got to clap it up for Mr. J. Cole. Because everybody was giving him an L when he bowed out. And I said it on our podcast. I said, don't look at him like that because he knows something that none of y'all know. Yeah. And he knows this was in an uncomfortable field in a place that he should have never been in because it was never his beef. Let's just be real out there. It was never his beef. He was he was the person that was caught in between a battle. It's like two friends fighting and you're in the middle. That's basically what it was. And at the time, I was closer with this friend because I was touring with this friend. So, let me go say what I need to say. I told you when I first heard it, and I'm a big J. Cole fan. I sat back and I was like, yo, it didn't even sound right. It didn't even sound like him when he was coming there. Like, I was like, what are you talking about when he was talking about his albums? So, first I got to give it up for J. Cole because I'm sitting back and I'm like, while he was taking the L this whole time, he's like, you'll see. I ain't in this bitch. You'll see what this joint about to go. Yeah, and I said to Earl earlier, I said, best believe Kendrick Lamar probably sent them snippets. Like, you might want to bow the fuck out. Yeah. Because I don't want to put you in this joint. I know stuff about you too. I don't want to put you in this joint. So just bow out gracefully. And that's basically what he did. So and really, the person that's talking about him the most now is who? Drake. Yeah. Not even Kendrick.
Yeah, he ain't mentioned his name.
The person that was supposed to be riding. You see what I'm saying?
He has not mentioned his name at all. Let me say this though. I know it's all entertainment. And I'll see it right now. We're going to play this shit doing this because it's just happening right now. But I'm gonna be very, very serious about what I'm about to say. It's all entertainment and stuff like that.
I think I know where you're going.
It's a lot of speculation and alleged stuff here. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. For every Drake fan who thinking they say, well, Kendrick, it's just boring, this, that, and the other. Look, these rappers today, back in the day, back in '96, back in those days, when they were beefing, going back and forth, there wasn't a bunch of brands that were tied to those hip hop artists at the time. It wasn't. Not like it is now. Drake has situations with Sprite, Nike, I know the Toronto Raptors, I think they named their practice facility like OVO Athletic Center. He has a bunch of different branding situations here. So while everything was entertaining up until we got to the whole, underage girl shit, and then Twitter, them the best investigators in the world, they start putting out these videos. There's the one video out there. He's on stage. He's like dancing with this young girl that he finds out. I looks in the video that he finds out that he asked her how old she is. She's 17. I'm tell you right now, if you guys didn't see nothing from the whole Diddy situation, everything else, his PR team is working overtime to debunk any of the stuff that may not be legit. Because I'm telling you now, it's Drake fans can say what they want, and all these other raps say what they want. If one of these big brands get any type of information that is valid to what Kendrick is saying, you're going to start seeing breaking news. Nike has cut ties with Drake. Sprite has cut ties because they don't want a part of that. I hate to say it, but anybody who involved with Kendrick, and let's say, even though it was kind of quote unquote debunked about him and the domestic violence situation with his old lady back in 2015, but to be it's unfortunate, but brands and companies will look past that shit. They will. But if soon as you put this whole underage something like that can really put them in the crosshairs, just be on the lookout, because now it looks like Kendrick don't really care.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna feed off of that. I don't even think it's the fact that Kendrick don't really care. I think it's the fact that Kendrick does. And I think he cared this whole time. It was like, I don't think you realize what I know. So you might want to hush, but when he did the family joint, and the thing is, he knew. He knew.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I said he was playing chess with a person that was playing checkers. He was trying to warn him the whole time. Step him like, yo, bruh, keep it on wax. Don't talk about my family. Don't bring it over here.
This is just me. Like, if you're in a beef, something like that, you can fabricate some shit, but something like that in the climate that we're in right now, you have to know something to be so bold to put that in a diss. Like, you can't just call somebody that, bro. This day and age,
for the stuff that he was listing out, Kendrick knows that if most of this stuff comes back debunked, he'll look like an asshole. And I don't see him doing it just for entertainment, because there's nothing entertaining about what he said specifically in this last joint before this last joint. But Earl, what was the line that we were talking about? You said that you love.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell no truth about you.
And that's the way you can sum this whole joint up, bro. That line right there sums this whole thing up. Don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell no truths about you. He told you. You thought we were still talking on some lyrical stuff. He knows he don't need to battle you lyrically.
Yeah.
It's a Jay-Z-ism of it. I just made up that word. And the reason why I say it is because Jay-Z doesn't battle a lot of people because you're not even on his level. What's the point of me coming down to your level? You're trying to get where I'm at. I think the only reason Kendrick even touched this because it's like, you don't realize I'm not battling you to battle you. I'm trying to see if you're really going to come out of your mouth with some stuff. Because if you do, here's the trump card.
And technically, this is the third time that Drake has kind of like barked up the wrong tree and was like, nah. It's the first time, if you guys remember, and because of the age gap and stuff like that, a lot of people don't remember that really shortly lived beef that him and Common had. And then Common dropped You're So Sweet and smoked them on that shit. That was during the time I guess they both had dated Serena Williams or whatever. Some shit happened between there, and Common smoked them on Sweet. And then right after that, Drake did the Stay Scheming joint, had some shit there. Then Common came right back and smoked them again on the Stay Scheming beef, and they ended up squashing it in that case. That was the first time. And again, the age gap, people like, whatever. And then
by the way, Common is another person that you don't want to mess with lyrically, but go ahead.
Then you saw the Pusha T joint, which we all know. I saw somebody on Facebook, one of my guys, shout out to Travesty, man. And somebody, he was like, he said, and Amir Driver actually, he said, somebody said, you notice Drake still ain't mentioned oh boy, he mentioned a boy from Virginia Beach. We know he's talking about Pusha T. Somebody in the comments was like, yeah, because he said, yeah, that nigga sitting in hell waiting for him to say something. It's certain people you just like, you know what? I don't. And for whatever reason, I guess he thought this Kendrick thing would go a different way. But you got two other biggest rappers in hip hop. And
think about the calculation of this. Everybody got on Kendrick because it took them damn near 2 weeks to respond. Because he wasn't responding. He was putting the album together for your ass. Yes. That shit was it was like you were in the courtroom and how they got to put together all the evidence to go to trial. That's how this guy just came at you. Oh, you thought I was coming at you to respond to whatever you released last. No. Yeah. I'm responding to you as a being, period. Like your whole lifeline, done. You release this, I think you're going to talk about my family here. Boom, I'll kill your family here. And it's so strategic that I'm telling you, he has an album ready for him.
Bro, he done
We said this earlier, did we not, Earl?
Mhm.
I said he had an album ready for him, and this is the mastery of it all. All you got to do is go and listen to whatever song Drake releases, and then add a verse at the end of whatever you already got.
Yeah,
to make it specifically towards that thing. He knows what he's doing.
And I guarantee you, Drake ain't got no more right now. He might be cooking something up, but he ain't got no more. And I think at this point, he has to realize that this fool has a whole album.
It's not.
But this is the thing. And Shawn led to this. I didn't even hear this last one that you just talking about, Earl. That you.
I ain't either.
I'm going off of the last one we just. So I'm going off the last one that we just heard. What was it?
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams. So just off of that right there, this whole time you've been hearing that Drake had a kill shot. If that kill shot was the last one that he released before Meet the Grams, let me tell you something. Meet the Grams is what a kill shot is. Because a kill shot is you took me up to the line, and now I don't give a fuck that I'm crossing it.
Right.
And that's what Meet the Grams is. His other one, I told y'all, I listened to it, and before I could really digest it, he gonna release the Meet the Grams, and I totally forgot what Drake rapped about. I had to go back.
Look, my son is doing this. My son texts me now. He's 19. He's like, Dad, he just dropped another one.
Do we need to touch on this real quick? Do you need to let this play? From
what I'm reading over here,
we're unbiased, but we're unbiased as shit.
I need to refill. Give me a second.
I got my goblet of Merlot right
here.
What
I'm reading, they're saying that this one this is another. First of all, the headshot.
The album art, the cover art is crazy because it's like one of the Google maps or Google World like images on top, and it has a bunch of like indicators of people.
That's the other thing. I'm glad you said that. The cover art, bruh.
Yeah.
Like how he had the glove.
Yeah.
With the Maybach music joint on it. And then the next one, it went further out. Yeah. Like it's the evidence. And you got the whole thing for the Simpson trial. You got the whole thing for the Father's Day up again. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We're trying to be unbiased, but here's the thing. There's two people here in this.
Just drop that shit. Just drop that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Just drop that shit.
Again, we're not going.
Just remember, you gotta stop. Just remember, you gotta stop it in places before we get sued.
No. Let the whole thing play.
I don't know if we can do that straight through.
We can do it. We're fine. We'll be fine. But look,
you mean like for licensing issues?
This is on YouTube. This is like, look, we good. We fine. So this is the newest joint that Kendrick Lamar just dropped called "Not Like Us." Fucking A. Here we go, bro.
I see dead people. Hey, monster on the beat, ho, depot, then rap nigga, he a free throw, man, damn, all the amber lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
Oh, wait a minute, bro.
A different beat style, and you see who did the beat.
Wait a minute, bro.
I see who did the beat.
Who? Don't play it because I need to listen to that. Like, and
now we gotta get the true review. What was?
Yeah, that was. I believe that was Metro. That was Metro beat.
I bet it was.
Oh,
I bet it was.
Did we come full circle?
Yeah, he was shitting on Metro. I bet Metro probably said, "Yeah, I got a whole bunch of beats for you, Kendrick."
As one of the people that I watch on YouTube with his reviews, let me put on my glasses so I can hear.
Oh my God. Like, your ass without watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the floor on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
We ain't doing this. No. That's why I said, listen, just stop right there for a moment.
Oh man.
That's why I said that this is more serious than what people realize it is.
Yes.
Because even from the last show before this, people were sitting back and going, I heard all the ruckus about, oh, he got a daughter and so on. So I'm like, he got a daughter. That's what you took from this? Like, he just laid out a whole case for an attorney to come at his ass. And you worried about a secret daughter? Bruh. Oh, man. For you to say it numerous times.
Castle paying attention, man, because
Kendrick is smart, bruh. Like, like you
Yeah.
can get sued off of this stuff. Like, nah, bruh.
The sidebar, Metro Boomin didn't make the beat. Mustard did the beat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I heard that. What's name? I heard the tag. What's name? That's
I'm going back off of mute because I need to listen to this. I'm going back off of mute. Go ahead, though.
Oh my god, bro. Go ahead. Give me some more.
I'ma do my stuff. Why you
Get it clear. Get it clear.
You tired? Probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the pay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that open show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something be rest that's for bitching? You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fish Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas could get a wedgie. He flipped over your boxes or over your foe. The other vaginal option. Pussy, think better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in content. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident. I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow like he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me. I'ma get them dropped. Ay.
All right, but hold on. It's a lot happening right now. Yeah.
I know you said we weren't gonna be on here yelling, but god damn. Oh my god, man.
Oh. Hey. Hey, look, man. Look, this is what this is what we talk about in sports. Yo, if you got the team down, just put them out their misery. Don't let them come back. Step on their neck. Get them up out of here. Oh boy,
I can't do this, man. I can't. It's.
Oh, man. That's fuck it.
Hey, sweet music and I won't pass the ox. Hey, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Hey, devil is a lie. Here, 69 God. Hey, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Hey, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Hey, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Hey.
Turn it up.
They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You called Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what, little baby, help you get your lingo up. What, 21, get your first street creds. Shell, bitch, you feel like you a slime in your head. Like what Quavo said, you can be from Northside. What 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth for the matter here.
Oh shit. Oh man. Oh. Oh, oh man. What I respect about this is a shit. This is a shit. Called out the shit that a lot of people haven't responded or said anything about this back and forth because a lot of them have lynched their wagon to the Drake train. All those people you talked about, they've all worked with Drake, and they've had #1 hit singles and stuff like that. And maybe in the back rooms they say, we don't really rock with this nigga. Rick Ross too. Kendrick was like,
see,
fuck,
hold on,
we can say,
hold on, time out.
Yeah.
All right, couple things. All right, everybody said they wanted that banger, that club banger. Here you go. Here you go. All right. Second, yo, that A minor line, crazy. That was crazy. But then, when he told them to get over here, when he did that Atlanta slave joint, I said, oh, oh my God. And then was it me, or did he do a little step in the name of love kind of R. Kelly thing at the end?
We didn't. I don't even think we got to the end yet.
Oh, okay.
We're stopping in spots. But I'm telling you in the sense of
you right. He wrote an album, dog.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone, because when you say it started years back, I'm going to tell you where it started. I ain't even talking about the beef. I'm going to tell you where it started. When Cat Williams opened up the gate and said, "Talk."
Shit,
This year is different, bro.
Hell yeah, it is.
This year is different.
He did say 2024 was going to be that year.
Yep,
he did.
That's where it started, bro.
He did say that.
And because trust me, a lot of people are holding on to a lot of stuff. Let's be real.
Right.
But you ain't never seen no year like this. We ain't never seen. I mean, just in general. Yeah. So, listen. Just. Is
this the greatest rap beef ever?
It's not a beef though. I don't know if it's I guess if we gotta classify it as a beef, but these niggas really hate each other. Well, he really hates him.
I mean, a lot of them hated each other.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they still kind of patch that shit up on the backside. Kinda. There ain't no patching this shit up. These niggas ain't gonna meet down the year and
well, you don't know that. You don't know that because only time
I've never seen one go to this many rounds.
Okay, I put true.
That's why I said, is this the greatest?
I've never seen it in that sense.
How many? If we look back at all of the rap battles, right?
Yeah.
And there were quite a few. I feel like they don't go past.
There's normally like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 3 is that, like and by the third one, it's kind of like, all right, that was trash. Like it's really the 1-1 and then the 2-2, and then after that, it's like, all right, maybe. Yeah. But it don't go.
Let me reach for something. I talk about your mailman and shit.
It's Kendrick. Kendrick had 4 in the possible.
Listen, on every single track that he puts out, and like I said, we're not even done with this one, but on every single track that he puts out, there's always something that stands out to me that I'm just like, even if he just released this one part, you can't come back from it. And that's what I think some of the hardcore Drake followers don't understand. Like, I like Drake. I'm not no stan of Drake, but I like Drake. He puts out good music. But if you're talking on a lyrical battle, I'll hear a couple lines from Drake and I'm like, okay, that's hot. Yeah. And then he'll lose me with a couple more. And then he'll bring me back with a couple more. That's how this battle's been for me with him.
Yeah.
With Kendrick, here's the difference. 2 lines play and I need you to stop.
Yes.
He took me to class. Like, I got to go analyze. I got to pull out encyclopedias. I got to jump on Google. And it's on a whole nother level. So, give you an example. From what we just heard, and I know we didn't get to the end.
Yeah.
That part where he's breaking down every single person that put him on.
Yeah.
And put him in place. Like, come on, bro. You over here slapping down the hand of the same people that put you in your spot. That's what he's saying in that joint. And the one before this, the Meet the Grams, when he's sitting back and he's talking about you lied. That breakdown right there, on a whole nother level. When you go to the one before that, the 616, and when he's talking to him, I think that's the one where he's talking to him about the not being a father joint. I mean, I don't even have to take the whole joint. I'm talking about snippets, and I'm like, where you gonna go? What you gonna do, bro?
This adds a whole new level of that 2 bars or 2 lines in Control, where Kendrick said, I'm trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear now one noun or another verb
from you niggas. Yeah,
and he was like, what is competition at the time? But this adds a whole new, you know what? This boy. And I know
finish it off for me. Finish it off for me. Make sure you play it loud enough.
I'm gonna show you the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a 69 God, freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. Say OV ho. Then step this way. Step that way.
Oh no.
Way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
Oh man.
That's the R. Kelly junk I was talking about.
You know who's part of what they call the OV ho?
Yeah.
Academics. Yeah. That's Rick Ross. Oh my God.
So what he did, and it takes a certain type of lyricist and a person calculate like this. So what he's done is, because the whole time doing this whole thing, Drake has done the meme type thing and like the clowning on the IG and stuff like that. So Kendrick was like, you know what? I'll play that game too. I can do this. He's shown you there's literally levels to this, because I think at this point now he's just having fun. He said what he had to say. I don't know if there's anything else he can fucking say. But again, when you start going down that road of that pedophile shit, I tell you now, it's going to be a lot of people.
Once again,
variety has
Earl knows. Yeah. Earl knows. I went and jumped on Academic's page. I don't even follow him like that, but I know he's in the middle of all this stuff. So I went and jumped on his page and I watched the whole thing through, right?
Right.
And the whole time you could just see so much of the fanhood he has for him, the whole stanhood. But you know, even Academics had to sit back and he was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm saying that because if you don't believe that Kendrick is speaking any amounts of truth, you gotta believe that he got people in his camp.
Yeah, one of the two.
You gotta believe that. You gotta believe that. So whether they're feeding him misinformation or not, that's not good for your camp, bro.
Yeah.
This is the people that you confide in and stuff like that. And that's what he was trying to say to him on the other track. Like, you know, whether they're feeding me misinformation or not, you can't pay for friends.
Right.
You're paying people that ain't doing a damn thing. They're not producers. They're not doing they're not writers. They're not doing nothing. You're paying them to hang out with you, to be around you, to be an entourage. Well, that means money rules them. So somebody can pay them more to get information.
Wrong or not. It's just adding, and it just tarnishes your legacy.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Like, oh, nah, man. This is on some different stuff.
And again, you know who was the smartest person out of this whole situation?
J. Cole.
J. Cole, bro. He's the genius. He is the genius.
J. Cole's like, look, bro,
J. Cole gave that look like shit on me now if you want.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Right.
You'll see.
That's that.
Because imagine if he was messed up in this, Sean. Imagine if he was messed up in this, in something that he shouldn't have been in the first place.
Right.
I never understood why he even responded in the first place. Because nothing was even directly
pressure, man.
with him. It was just
the pressure.
Everybody in the ears.
The pressure, and you got to respond back to something like that. And he did. And the crazy part is, again, it didn't even sound right because he started debating his albums.
Albums and stuff. And I was like, come on, Jay, come on, man.
Yeah.
Remember, we were out on the trip and I'm looking at you. I'm a huge J. Cole fan. I'm looking at Sean and I was like, this don't even.
Not at all.
It don't make sense.
Not at all. I saw something from somebody because not to get lost in all this. Kendrick Lamar is also a Pulitzer Prize winner as well.
Okay, if you're gonna say it, it's Pulitzer. You could say every other big word, but you can't say Pulitzer.
Hey, Earl, don't fuck around and make me drop a diss on your ass. I'm gonna tell you that right
now. Whatever. At least I'll be able to pronounce the word. You'll be sounding like Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Garnett. Trying to say equivalent.
Facts. You know what Earl's cover gonna be for his dish?
Shit. Oh yeah. That's all right. And I'm gonna put them Pumas up. That's what I'm gonna do. See how quick we come back.
I'm J. Cole. I'm out of it. I apologize for even talking about that.
I got 4 years of the Watchcast full of memes. We good. We can go back and forth.
No. I'm out.
But on the serious note, though, I saw somebody post. It was like, has anybody not learned to pick on the kids with straight A's in class? Because Kendrick Lamar, smart ass dude. Man, all this shit has been, bro. He need a government job. Because goddamn, this is, bro.
He had time. Like he had time, dog.
From the moment, I feel like this from the moment that first person shooter dropped, I believe Kendrick was like, you know what? All right, this is what we're gonna do. And there you go.
Let me tell y'all what's crazy. So, I know people jump on people's podcasts and stuff and follow. I follow a lot of stuff on YouTube, like a lot of people that like analyze music and stuff like that. And what I love about it is I don't just follow people around my age or anything. I follow some of the younger, podcasters and stuff like that because I want to see their take because it's coming from a whole different realm than what I'm thinking as an older head. Right. So when you even see them, bro, one of the people that I follow, he sits back.
Is it the same person?
Man, there's so many of them. I can name out so many of them. I'll give you an example of one of them, Jay Black. He does battle rapping and things himself. Yep. But the reason why I point them out is because they don't have no break right now. Like nigga was like, yo, I'm trying to sleep, Kendrick. I'm trying to sleep. He had his kid in his head and everything. He was like, I can't even put my newborn to sleep, bro. Like, come on, bro. He was like, I'm over here editing the Drake joint, and before I can even get the edit out,
you shit. Yeah.
Everybody hitting me with this joint about you. He's like, come on, man.
I couldn't do this. Joe Budden canceled the whole fucking podcast. Because here, brother, hey, you know what? Hey, we gonna do because it's happening so fast. Which this is this is the part I do like though. Because at first, if you're looking at it, everything was happening. It was all coinciding with the pods, Joe Budden, those guys, and stuff was just coming out like that. And then it seemed like everybody was there. It seemed really scripted until Kendrick was like, "Oh no, there ain't no script with this." And all of a sudden, nobody could keep up with it, and that's when it seemed more genuine to me. It's like, oh, y'all ain't ready for this at all. And now, again, I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, but you can go and now, mind you, this just came out an hour ago, I guess, right, Earl? Maybe something like that. So
yeah,
I went in
less than that. Less than that.
Yeah, I went in
Yeah,
Google.
I'm seeing reviews like 31 minutes ago and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it pulls up on Apple News, and Variety has like this story already. So they got major outlets covering this. Which that means more eyes. That means, again, if there's any type of validity to any of this shit, I'm telling you now, this is not going to be good for Drake, bro.
I'm glad you just said that, because we actually didn't talk about the biggest part of what he said and Meet the Grams.
Yep.
You can't tell me something is not valid when, forget about Drake and everybody else. That man reached out to LeBron and Steph Curry and said, don't bring your families around him.
Yeah. Because
you're under a microscope right now.
Right.
Do you know the beef that would cause if none of this shit was true?
Yeah.
Like, why is my name in shit?
Yeah.
Why are you putting my name in shit?
Right.
But I'm putting it out there because I'm telling you, I see you. And if I see you, they see you.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, take rap out. This is real shit.
Yeah.
He was trying to tell Drake, don't do it.
Because in the same,
there's a reason why I don't fuck with you.
You throw Drake in the same verse with Weinstein in the same song that you shouting out, to your point, talking to LeBron James and Steph Curry. Like that ain't regular battle rap shit. That's really putting stuff out there.
I don't have no beef with Brian. I ain't got no beef with Curry. I'm basically telling you, yo, this is legit. This is what this dude does. Don't be in that circle because you go down with them.
Yeah.
I know you ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Don't bring your family around that.
Yo,
you are who you surround yourself by.
PR firms right now be like, hey, tell me about this. Tell me about that. There are PR firms everywhere on these guys, man.
Yeah. I'm convinced right now that somebody is probably reaching out to Kendrick's camp and saying,
but
hey,
does he have a camp at this point?
Somebody's reaching out to somebody he knows.
But it's also because this is what I did. This is what I heard at the very beginning of this. They said that when he was under TDE, they kept him for releasing a lot of stuff. I'm loosely quoted, but if I remember reading it right, they was like he wanted to drop probably disses or whatever against Drake then, and he was prohibited from doing so at the time. But now he's no longer under TDE, so at this point, I don't know if he really has a camp per se. And maybe a lot of shit that he wanted to say was like, bro, look, I'm free game. We can talk about this. And that makes it very dangerous because now everybody has, everybody is greasing the next person's palm, no did, whatever it is you want to call it at this point. But it is what it is. There's a lot of people, scratching other people back. And that's why I don't see no one really talking about this, because a lot of them, again, have lynched their wagon to Drake.
You know what? It's not to take it away from this part of the conversation.
Yeah.
But I told y'all when this whole Diddy thing came up, I said, yo, don't think that this is the only person
right
within this type of storyline. Because you got to show up to the party.
Yeah.
You got to be invited.
Yep.
You got to be within the crew.
Even in that that new one, he mentioned that Drake had slept with Lil Wayne's somebody Lil Wayne was messing with while he was locked up. So I was just watching on IG. Yo, let me tell you something. This day and age, it's detectives everywhere. They will pull stuff out of nowhere. They pulled up an interview from 7 years ago,
right,
with Lil Wayne and some lady, and they was talking about that, and they confirmed that he did sleep with one of his ladies when he was locked up. He's like, he said he told me. He said, he was joking, saying like, I was mad about it. He's like, man, I ain't care. That's what happened when you get locked up. But that's crazy.
This is wild, bro. This is
because it doesn't matter if he cares or not.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like you that dude, you that type of dude.
And I guess to bring this all the way around, this is there's been several hip hop artists who have given their lack of interest in this, from Cameron to Mace. They weren't really fans of Kendrick's reply to it. I even saw who sent no, E-Rich sent it to me. Goddamn Joel's
I saw his.
He responded to it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep.
And again, they may see it as that, but again, I do believe that there are things there are and can be morals. People have a moral compass, stuff like that. And from what I can see outside looking in, but again, I may be reading too far into it. No play on his album title. I feel like Kendrick is like, you know what? I'm gonna say some shit about a person that people gonna listen to because I'm at where I'm at that y'all motherfuckers don't want to say, because you see this stuff. Like you see this, we always talk about R. Kelly, not to take it away, but it was people there, Jay-Z and all of them who work. You couldn't see the shit around you, but it was like, you know what? That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot. It happens. Look at Diddy. Look at all these other guys. Look at Cosby, if you want to go there, allegedly, all this stuff. It happens. Kendrick is like, bro, look here. Y'all can sit by idle if y'all want to. And that may become him growing as a man and him having a kid. I don't know, but it's a different type of thing, man.
I know we're gonna be wrapping up soon because this is an extended hot take, but
it is.
Listen, I'm sorry. Because it's throwing me off. Just tread lightly.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I'm saying to all those people out there, just tread lightly, because I'm telling you, for some of these people that are hanging back, or not really saying much on the Kendrick side, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. There's a reason for that. They might be part of the story.
Yep.
So
that part.
There's a reason why you hang back.
That part.
When I sit back and you already know some of the people I'm talking about, but when you sit back and you're just so surprised because you follow people to a T and you're so thrown off by their response, it may just be, and I'll just keep it there. So
that part.
Yo, it's the hot seat, bro. God damn.
That part.